Kim Kardashian's bum. I don't know. It doesn't matter. And it doesn't matter.
But I think
Ozzy Osbourne, who just died, bless him, in his whatever that state that he was in his whole life.
After Roger Waters, a co-founder of Pink Floyd, made comments that stunned music fans worldwide, Jack Osbourne has come out strong to support his late father, Ozzy Osbourne. The argument began a few days after Ozzy's death and led to one of the most intense rock and roll altercations in recent history. When asked about Ozzy and his legacy, Roger Waters, who was on the podcast The Independent Inc., didn't mince words. Waters referred to Ozzy's public persona as idiocy and foolishness, dismissing the heavy metal pioneer's decades of impact in a direct and scathing manner. He continued by declaring, "I couldn't give an F here," indicating that he never gave a damn about Ozzy's music or his work with Black Sabbath. Hearing such a scathing critique of a man who is popularly regarded as the Prince of Darkness seemed like a kick in the face to many supporters. However, the Osbourne family was particularly hurt, as they were already dealing with the loss of a father and husband. Never one to take insults to his family lightly, Jack Osbourne retaliated almost instantly. He delivered a scathing reaction, directed directly to Roger Waters on Instagram on September 2nd. His post left no room for interpretation. After writing, "Hey Roger Waters, F you," Jack attacked the rock star, calling him pathetic and out of touch. Vomiting out bulls. In interviews to make headlines, he claimed, accusing Waters of deploying cheap jabs in the press to stay relevant. Jack's message continued after that. With a personal jab, he added, "Thanks for proving my father right. He always believed you were a CT." Using the hashtag #NEF, Roger Waters, and a clown emoji, he concluded the post to make his point. The message was unvarnished, unadulterated, and unquestionably potent. Jack's strong response shows not only his rage, but also his natural desire to uphold his father's honor. On July 22, 2025, Ozzy Osbourne passed away a few weeks after his last Black Sabbath show. For one of the most significant characters in music, that final performance at Villa Park marked a symbolic end to his career. On July 30th, thousands of admirers gathered in Birmingham to pay their respects during his funeral. A somber and joyous farewell was created as the procession wound its way through famous areas of the city. This served as a reminder of the profound impact Ozzy's legacy has on his city and the generations of his admirers. In recent months, the Osbourne children have frequently stood up to defend their father's reputation. Kelly Osbourne also garnered media attention prior to Jack's widely shared answer when she openly criticized WWE star Becky Lynch. Following Lynch's nasty remarks regarding Ozzy's hometown of Birmingham, Kelly quickly labeled them disrespectful. She went so far as to ask the WWE to examine how it permitted such statements to be broadcast. The desire to defend their father's reputation whenever it is questioned is evidently shared by both siblings. Roger Waters' remarks provoked a far more extensive discussion among critics and admirers. Particularly so soon after Ozzy's passing, some people felt that his remarks were an unwarranted assault on a fellow musician. It was just Waters being his outspoken, frequently contentious self to others. However, it's impossible to ignore the emotional impact his remarks had, especially on Ozzy's bereaved family. Any disregard for his father's memory would not be tolerated, as demonstrated by Jack's audacious line in the sand. The influence of Ozzy Osbourne on music is indisputable. He helped create heavy metal as leader of Black Sabbath, influencing other bands and forming a whole genre. His image as a performer who pushed limits and embraced chaos with charisma was further solidified by his solo career. In addition to his musical endeavors, he became well known for his television appearances, which exposed younger audiences to his quirky demeanor. Ozzy's cultural legacy is overlooked when Waters dismisses all of that as pointless. His work was much more than a show to his admirers and, most definitely, his family. It was history being made. Jack Osbourne's opposition to Roger Waters went beyond simply defending his father's reputation. He served as a reminder to everyone that Ozzy's impact extends beyond his music, not just his fame or controversy. Resilience, impact, and a bond with millions of admirers who viewed him as the quintessential outsider turned icon are the key components. Jack uses his words as a message and a shield while the family is still in grief. Despite his passing, Ozzy Osbourne's energy, voice, and artwork endure, and no contemptuous comment can take that away.